Tankers, this is Stalker13R bringing you another episode of Team Able, Team Anything But Last. We've got another everyday gameplay game here. We're in the 3601H at Tier 6 today. I got even more damage today than I did in the other video that I did before in the Cromwell, where we got the Devastator medal. But even more damage only got us 3 kills. So again, the point of the channel is don't focus on those medals. They'll fall where they may. Just make your contribution to the team and put more wins on the board. So today we're going to do some common skills training. The IMT, as you caught from the video, it's individual movement techniques. We're going to start the video by moving as a member of a fire team. And then later on, we'll get into an individual movement technique of how to get into a proper position, down in a little bit of low ground. So stay tuned for that. And I'll put the match up over here. I'm going to highlight some areas on the map. Now, over on this side, that's where you want to go if your vehicle speed is good and your turret rotation speed is good. Now, over here in this linear isolated fight, all you need is front armor and a big gun. Now on this map from either side, it is capture the flag in an encounter battle. The rule of thumb is you've always got to be within 30 to 45 seconds of where you can affect that cap, in case 3 of the enemy team jump on there and try to sneak a win out from under you when they would actually be taking a loss otherwise. It is a game of capture the flag. So if our team or their team decides to capture the flag, we shouldn't be surprised by that. Whether or not we think our game is all finished or, we've done as good as we can. So I'm going to move up to this corner here, and we're going to do some tanker individual movement techniques. And I'm not just going to stick my nose out like I did in the T-29 in our tank rolls video. I'm going to go ahead and back up and side scrape that corridor a little bit. Well, we're just going to turn this guy into some cover, and we'll start shooting at this Chinu that's down the alleyway here. Now, he's just showing me just a piece of his tank, just a sliver, and I've got a German gun. So I'm going to, with laser accurate precision, bust you right in the face with my 240 alpha damage. And we're just going to deal with him. But here's a 3601H. Now, I know this is a dangerous target, and I've got a buddy that's moving up. So I'm going to move up to this cover I've created, and we're going to keep the pressure on this target. We do not want his DPM to get in the game. It would really help here, if we were focus firing on the same target. But, we're getting guns off the table here, and I've got the penetration to deal with this guy. So there he's good, and what do we want to do? We don't want to let the enemy team get set back on the other side of this hill. So I'm going to play a little aggressive and sacrifice a little of my hit points here just to make this move and use my speed to close that gap and really keep the pressure on these guys. I don't want to let them get to the other side and get set. We just want to keep our momentum going and get these guns out of the game as quick as possible. So I'm going to give him a little shimmy shake there to be a harder target for this artillery that's undoubtedly back there. But he knows he's spotted and on the run, so he's out of the game. So now we're going to come around the corner. Now this medium's running away, and he's kind of bait. But my objective right now is I want to get down and reset that cap. So I don't want to slow at the top of this ridgeline. I'll just pull a little combat roll here and get right into position to shoot this Churchill on the cap right in the engine compartment. Because I totally meant to do that. Okay, maybe I didn't totally mean to do that. But it looked really cool, and nobody's looking, and it worked out. So the lesson there is drive safe, or you could end up sitting on the side of your tank and not shooting the enemy to get this good last-minute damage done when your team is just wrecking the opponents. So, moving down that corridor, you'll see some of the teams actually throw away that opportunity. They'll eliminate those first couple of targets, and then they've taken a hit of damage, and they kind of stall out. You've really got to, just like when you're in a mount situation, you're in a corridor, once you get your gun sight down that corridor, dominate dominate down to that next position of cover and start to slice that pie and eliminate those targets and keep that momentum going. So it was a runaway win today. Just a average everyday game in the old 3601H here, one of my favorite tanks. And, we've got it decked out, spent a little gold, supported the game, got some camouflage, and I think I got the free flag on one of the ops during March Madness or some kind of giveaway like that. But, yeah. A lot of people play this tank with the 3001H gun, the 7555, has a higher rate of fire and it has 10 more millimeters of penetration. But I go with the short 88 here, and as you see, my penetration is still plenty, but I'm running, I think it's 240 alpha, and I found that higher damage per shot is a lot more useful than the higher rate of fire. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and remember, buckle up and drive for safety.